Hello, this is your announcement for History 202G, Introduction to Recent American History, for the week of August 26th. This is week 2 of our semester. So, last week was a short week. Now we are moving on to week 2 of our semester, and we are also moving on to Module 1. So, by now, you should have gone through the Start Here module and taken the syllabus information quiz, as well as participated in the introduction discussion. So I will be grading that discussion this week. Okay. I want to thank everyone who posted your nice comments on the announcement last week. That was really nice. I love that. So please continue to do that, and let me know that you're watching these announcements, because sometimes I wonder. Okay. So let me know that you've watched the announcement, just by posting a little comment, and I'll give you a like. Okay. All right, so this week we move on to Module 1. The topic of this module, and you'll see that Module 1 kind of encompasses, a few weeks. So I'd subdivided that into like sort of sub-modules, and this week's module is Module 1.1. All right, which will be on Reconstruction. And Reconstruction is, I think, a fascinating time in American history, and I think what happened during Reconstruction kind of lays the path to many of the issues that we deal with even now, in our nation. And you'll get more of that in the lecture, the video lecture that I have posted in the module. But it's, like I said, it's a fascinating time. It was the end. The Civil War had ended. Slavery had ended, the institution of slavery had ended, and so the enslaved people were now free. And so the country had to figure out what to do with this situation, with these millions of newly freed people. So you will get into that when you read chapter 22 in the book, and actually, that is not in your book. I have provided the PDF of that in the module. Okay, so don't worry that you're missing something. It's right there in the module. All right, I know that's kind of confusing. So actually, this is the situation. In my early American history class, chapter 22 on Reconstruction is covered there, but that chapter is not in your book, which is volume 2 of that series, The Brief American Pageant. So that's why it is in a PDF on the in the modules. And I just think it's really important to talk about Reconstruction as we begin this class. So that's why we do it this way. All right. So that's what's going on. As far as your assignments, well, first of all, let me say this. Make sure that you go through each module page by page. Okay, that's very, very important. And on the module overview, that's where you're going to find my lecture, the notes for my lecture, as well as the instructions on what to do in the module. All right, so that's very important that you go through every page. Okay, so for this week, you're going to be completing a discussion on Reconstruction. And again, make sure that you read everything in the module. That will help you with the discussion, especially the instructions for discussion. Okay, so how discussions work is that your first post, which is your response to the question that I ask in the discussion assignment, that will be due on August 29th. Okay, wait, I take that back. I just misstated myself. Okay, ignore what I just said. So your final due date for the discussion is August 29th. Okay, so what that means is on Tuesday, which is the 27th, that's when you want to post your initial post, and that's where you respond to the questions that I have given. Okay, so you respond to those questions on Tuesday, no later than, because you're supposed to do that 48 hours before the final due date. Okay, so then after you post your initial response, then you're going to post replies to 2 classmates. So one reply to each classmate in the discussion. Okay, and it's important that you make those meaningful replies. Okay, um, people who just write great post or I agree, that's not meaningful. That's not helping the conversation. Okay, so you want to talk more about the material and have a conversation about that with your classmates. All right, so your replies then will be due on that due date, which is August 29th. Okay, I hope I haven't confused you. All right, so if there's any questions about that, please send me a message. All right, and I will clarify, but that's how it works. Okay. Also, for this week, I really want to urge you, if you haven't already, to start to get to know the people in your groups. Okay. Next week, we're going to do the group project, which is we're going to simulate a hearing that would be done in Washington, D.C., in front of the Federal Trade Commission. And I will talk more about this in next week's announcement. But but this week, go ahead and start getting to know your group. And once you complete this module, Module 1.1, go ahead and go into Module 1.2 and start looking at what's going to be required for that project. Okay, so that's what's happening for this week. And I want to say the internet seems to be cutting out on me, and unfortunately, that's just the internet that we have on our campus. So I apologize for those blips that you see in the video. Okay, I'm going to end it there. And if you have any comments or questions or need clarification about anything, please let me know. Okay, so I'm looking forward to seeing your discussions, and also there's also a quiz this week as well. You have a self-check quiz, which is due, I believe, on Tuesday. Let me see. Yes, on Tuesday. That's the 27th. All right? Okay. Thanks for watching, and I will see you again next time. Bye.